My name is Jay. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., actual city. I made Aliyah just over 12 years ago and been in Tel Aviv for the last 7 years, of which the first 5 years I was in Jerusalem. I did a master's degree here at Hebrew U and then continued at IDC. I studied Middle Eastern studies in Hebrew at Hebrew U, and then I transferred to IDC, where I studied Middle Eastern studies and government. The difference in studying in Israel is not whether you do it in English or Hebrew, because virtually every university has a full degree option in English. It's more understanding that Israeli higher education, the way it's taught, is completely different from the American education. Here though, unless you're focused in a very specific field that you know the best people in it are here in Israel, you're not learning for learning's sake, which is very much what American liberal arts degrees are about. You're learning critical analysis, you're learning research skills, you're learning how to read and write and express yourself. Here it's about getting a trade at the end of the day. Because remember, Israel's a very young society and they had to build up its workforce fast. So it's very much built on the German model of let's learn a trade. So it's a very different mentality here, which is good and not good. If you like that kind of studying, Israel is your place. And my personal suggestion is if you're coming to study a graduate degree in Israel, by all means do it, whether it's in English or hopefully in Hebrew. But know what you want to do with that afterwards, and think about maybe a more practical degree than going into what you studied undergraduate. Among many things I do, I started my own company about a year ago, and I provide international communications consultancy for local entrepreneurs. Everything from an Israeli startup to, for that matter, a Palestinian or American or European, anyone who's looking to go global with their vision, and whether because they're so focused on their product or for cross-cultural reasons they don't have the means to communicate effectively in English, I provide them with everything from translating and editing their English language communications to what is an elevator pitch and how to create one, let alone feel comfortable saying one, to how to present in front of potential investors, how to dress, how to act, how to shake someone's hand, how to give a business card, how to do the follow-up. All those small nuances that can make or break a deal, that can make the difference between a few dollars in your investment or a huge windfall. How did I become Coach Jay? I'd always been interested in international affairs, even from a young age. Again, growing up in actual DC meant you were exposed to all sorts of different cultures and nationalities. So that made me understand there's a whole much bigger world out there to explore. And then since moving to Israel, I've become really involved in both diaspora-Israel relations, how Israel interacts with Jewish communities around the world and vice versa, but also how Israel interacts culturally and politically with people around the world regardless of who they are.